What people have to understand is when you start to get older, right? You start to get more experience, whatever it may be. Don't believe what all those people said before you. The 20 years, the 30 years. Them they didn't have the technology we have. Abraham.
Grahita.
Yeah, Grahita.
Right.
Him, I'll put him and Reza together at Prawita.
Yeah.
And them two pissed me off so bad. The elevator opens and it's going up. So I walk into the elevator and it's all of them. It's the whole team. And they just beat us. Yeah. So I walk into the elevator and just like the elevator's just quiet. And we all just like, the elevator's going up. And they get off first. And when they get off, Reza and Abraham turns around and just start laughing. And they close the door. And from then, that's when like the Rands and Prawita, we just never
get along.
Never get along. What I don't like right now here in Indonesia is that young girls' careers are being cut off at 21. As soon as they're done with college, there's nothing else to do with basketball.
Yeah.
It's over. That's insane to me. That's insane. So there should be a women's league here. Let's just say, right, Maxine goes to the university now. She plays for 4 years. Let's just say hypothetically, I'm not saying, Maxine, I hope you make it to the WNBA and I hope you play in Europe and everywhere around the world. But let's just say she doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Would you say Maxine is in love with the game?
Yeah.
Okay. When she comes back to Jakarta, when she comes back to Indonesia, what is she gonna do?
Yeah. Exactly.
You telling me all of that talent and all of that work, it just comes to an end?
Yeah.
Come on, man, that's scary.
Yes.
That's scary for a person to work that hard and not be able to do it till she's 30 or 35, you know? And Indonesia has the funds, it has the arenas, it has the course, it has the fans, you know? So just please, someone just hit me up in my DM, just be like, oh, let's talk.
Selamat datang kembali di Main Basket Podcast. Sudah lama kita ngobrol. Ini bajunya kayaknya sama-sama yang terakhir, tapi tetap sebenarnya udah beda hari, beda jam, beda waktu. Udah jauh banget sama yang sebelumnya. Balik sama Mas Adrian, Kang Idan masih sibuk rakernas juga, Dimas masih sibuk akunnya kehack. Jadi dia masih laporan ke Meta dulu untuk benerin akunnya. Dan kali ini di Surabaya kita kedatangan tamu dari Borneo, bukan pemain, not a player anymore. Not a player anymore. He's an assistant coach now and Akin Scott.
Yes, sir. What's up, baby? You good?
Thank you, man, for your time.
Oh, of course.
Enjoy Surabaya.
Yeah.
I'm born and raised here.
Yeah, I know. It's your city, right?
Yeah, it's my city. You've been here for a couple times.
Yeah, remember I even came out here during the DBL. Remember? Yeah, I came out here for the DBL. We was talking in the gym and everything. Yeah, it was maybe like 2 years ago. It was my last year with Rands. I came out here.
Oh yeah.
DBL.
But I remember how people in Surabaya hated you when you play for Sagan.
Yes, sir.
I was like, who's this guy running around like crazy? And then like fast forward to 3 years, and then he came back here in Indonesia. Like 35, 36 years old, running around with the Rands.
Yes, sir.
Making a lot of noises. And
yes, sir.
Here we are now. How you feel, man?
I feel great. Still feel the same.
How you feel the first year as an assistant coach?
It was difficult in the beginning. Because like even my first day in the gym, I came and did a regular workout like a player, you know what I mean? So I was there early, I put up my shots, and then I started getting into the coaching. I think I did it the right way. I did it the right way as far as like the transition. Playing and I don't know, it's still difficult to this day, but I'm making peace with it. Right? Like basketball has been my identity since I was a kid. And now that I'm slowly getting into I'm fully into the coaching now, where I'm just doing videos and everything every night. After a while, you start finding a little bit of love for the coaching side. So it took a little time, but I'm here now.
But I remember like when I talked with Altov, it was like 2023, 2 years ago, how he said anything good about you, like how you took him under your wings and something like that. You kind of like coaching him. Right. Do you feel like it was like natural for you?
Yeah, so I think I got a lot of credit for like my speed and the way how I get to the basket. But I don't know if I got enough credit for like me being a leader, right? And that somewhat came naturally, but also throughout my career after my first championship, I was never really put on a team that was built to win a championship. I was always put on teams that was just trying to make like the playoffs. You know, was always in that situation. So that built the leadership skills, because when you're working with teams that are coming from the bottom and trying to get to the top, you have to have a lot of patience. You have to learn how to develop players around you, even though you're still working on yourself. So by the time I got the Althoff, and Rand and Fator and David Newborn, because those are the guys, those are the main three guys who I put under me, because I knew I needed them the following year. I already had built up that patience and how to develop and things of that nature. So yeah, man, it was a great experience though, being able to do that.
So, but do you feel kind of like you said, like you finally find a peace with that? But do you feel a bit struggling, like Kobe said about when he's retired?
Yeah, because it's the way how I competed. You know what I mean? Like I competed for every possession. You know what I'm saying? So I miss that part. I miss competing for every possession. You know, and then you miss walking into the arena and all eyes on you. Right? As a coach, it's not all eyes on you. It's the players, right? You know what I mean? Like the coaches. You know,
you get credit when you won something. In the last, but not every day.
Right, exactly. So that's the different part too. Is that you're used to that certain amount of attention, you know, and it feeds your ego. And if you use it the right way, it'll make you work harder. For me, the more attention I got, the more recognition I got, it made me work harder. It made me want to wake up even earlier, because it's just like, oh, people see me. You know, so now it's time to give them more and give them more. So, yes, it's a big difference between coaching and playing. And sometimes when we get ready to warm up and stuff like that, and I start seeing the fans come in, and then like the lights go off and things of that nature, it clicks back and they want to get back to playing.
How you get that competitiveness feeling of yourself?
Just where I grew up. And so I grew up in New York City, Upper West Side, Manhattan, 130 Amsterdam, Douglas Projects, 7 blocks from Harlem.
Represent.
Right. 7 blocks from Harlem. So I grew up in that environment where it's really like only 3 ways, especially like in my era. 80s baby, but I grew up in the 90s, and it was like either you're gonna sell drugs, make music, or play basketball.
Just the 3.
Yeah, those are the 3 you usually get you out of the projects. And for me, well, for everyone, it starts with basketball. Then when you notice that you're not as good as everyone else, now you start to move to the other 2. You know? So for me, you know, glory to God, I never had to go to, you know, the other side. It was just, you know, basketball for me. And basketball in New York City is competitive. It's the mecca of basketball, you know? So every day you wake up, there's someone that want to play you one-on-one. There's a team that wants you to play with their team. And there's guys just as good as you or better, and you got to prove yourself every day. And I grew up in a projects where there was basketball courts everywhere. So every day you played. Every day you went one-on-one. And that's what kind of fired that competitive spirit.
After all these years, you're playing like all over the world. Do you feel like kind of like met with someone like, hey, I know that someone like from home or something like that?
Well, Solano, me and Solano is from the same projects. We're from the same place. His era is just different from mine because I'm a little older than him, right? But he known of me and I known of him for many years, and then finally we connected when we got here in Indonesia. We even swapped jerseys and stuff like that, just for just from where we from, and we're literally from the same apartment building.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, but this is younger than you, right?
Yeah. He's younger than me, and to think that one building, 865 Amsterdam, produced a Dominican national player and a Jamaican national player is insane, you know?
And you guys met in the other part of the world, like here in Indonesia.
Right.
I think I remember some player playing in IBL from New York. I think David Seegers, you know him?
Dave Seegers, yeah, I know Dave.
I think another one is the Sean Wiggins, you know him?
Deshaun Wiggins.
Yeah, I think he's around.
Yeah,
I think he's around New York City, right?
Yeah, him, Akeem Ellis.
Oh,
it was quite a few.
Yeah.
It's quite a few that played here in the IBL.
Is it really like, you know, we're out here, we just like sawing from the social media, from YouTube, playing in the, like something like Rucker Park or something like that. Is that really that hard out there?
Yeah, Rucker and now Dykeman.
Dykeman, yeah.
Right. So yeah, man, Rucker was everything, and Dykeman is now, and the star of stars come there to play. And if you got game, you know, you get picked up, right? And you're gonna be on that court, and that's where a lot of people make their name at and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like you gotta earn your respect out there, right?
Got you.
Yeah. How does it feel then playing all over the world? Like I read that you start your professional career in Finland.
Yeah, Finland. Yeah.
Then you go all over the world. How you feel about it?
It feels amazing to think that my whole, thus far, my whole adult life was just been traveling the world and doing what I love.
Yeah.
Right. You can't ask for more than that. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's absolutely, like, I give God the glory all the time that He allowed me to play for 18 years. In some of the best countries in the world. I fell in love with, I'm in love with Indonesia. You know, like the food, the culture, the people is my people. You know what I mean?
I'm just talking about the food with him.
Right.
Like, other days, because he makan bebek duck. It's like, I don't know what is that. Like black covered with black
the
sauce.
chicken. Yeah. I am.
Yeah, and it's so spicy. You say.
My gosh, it was so spicy.
But he eating like champion. I mean, I said, I literally replied his DM like, brother, chill. That was crazy. It looks so aggressive, man.
Yo, that was spicy. I love spicy food though. That's like part of the Jamaican culture.
Yeah.
And Jamaica, Indonesia got a lot of like things in common as far as like foods and stuff.
Chicken jerk or something like that.
Yeah, jerk chicken, oxtails.
Oxtail,
right? Was it buntu?
Yeah, buntu.
Yeah.
Buntut.
Yeah, buntu.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So traveling to like all these places, Indonesia, Vietnam, Mexico for a few years, Chile, Finland,
wow,
like Venezuela. I'm probably missing a few places
China
too. China, yeah.
When you play outdoor out there, using your long pants. I was like, what, Akim, man?
Right.
I think Miguel playing out there too. Miguel from Pacific.
Yeah,
the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of he was out there.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of good players out there playing street ball, and I didn't know that till I got out there, but it was a crazy experience. You know, I was out there. You know, the crazy part was I was out there just to get closer to Indonesia, so people could see that I could still play. Because people thought I couldn't play. They was like, another year go by. You know, they talk about my age, how they do every year. And then, so my thing was is to go to China, play street ball, get the footage, you know, and then hopefully like somebody out here see me or need me, and I come through and help.
Yeah, remembering how you play like till 40 years old. What's like the biggest when you start turning like 37, 38, 39, and 40?
Yeah.
What is the difference you feel like as a player?
The difference.
Yeah.
Before
that and after that.
Yeah. So I have this thing where I say, don't stop moving. Like I never stop moving. Like I'm always on the treadmill. I'm always walking. I'm always doing something with my body. So even up to last year, I still felt like I was like 25, 26 years old because I kept the same regimen as I did when I was that age, right? So it still feel the same. What people have to understand is when you start to get older, right? You start to get more experience, whatever it may be. Don't believe what all those people said before you, the 20 years, the 30 years, them they didn't have the technology we have, right? You know what I'm saying? I can't go by the statistics and the stats and the knowledge of people who were pros in the 90s, and now I'm in this new millennium, and they played with Converse and high tops, and now we play with low cuts. You know? The technology's changed. We walk around with Normatex for our legs. They didn't have that, you know? So the technology has changed. The knowledge has changed. People know how to eat better and take care of their body. So to be honest, now, in my belief, I think when I was coming up, they said the prime, like when you're in your perfect age of playing a sport as an athlete, they would say it's also around like 32. Right. That's when your mental and your physical all come together at once. And I think it's past that. I think it's more like 35. 35 and depending, I think in another couple years, it's going to get pushed up again to somewhere around like 37.
Yeah.
Just because of all the new technology and the way how we could take care of our bodies in a very drop of a dime, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we have everything. People got now portable saunas.
Portable sauna.
Like, you literally go home and plug in and a sauna pops up. Now you're sitting in the sauna in your living room. Like, like we have so much that has developed us and developed our bodies that there's no way I'm going to believe what you guys were saying all them years ago about the body in the primal age. You know,
Right.
I got to go by how my body feels. And if I feel like to this day, I can still dunk.
Yeah.
You know,
I believe that.
So why am I listening to that old knowledge?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So when people are getting older, just make sure you understand that what was back then, leave it back then. Like, just see how your body feels. If your body says you can run fast, run fast. Right. Your body says you jump high, jump high. 50 years old, you never did a 5K, try it. You may be able to do it. 10K, try it. You may be able to do it. So that's what I tell people. Leave the old knowledge back there and just start to adapt to the new era.
All right. Do you have any diet?
Diet? When after our vacation, I go on a 10-day salad diet. Salad.
All right.
So I only drink liquids in the morning, like green juices and water. And then for lunch and dinner, it's just like a big salad and protein, and just fruits for snacks, fruits and nuts for snacks. And I do that for 10 days straight. And then I probably lose somewhere around 6 to 8 pounds. And then after that, I start getting to like my regular eating on like just eating carbs and proteins and stuff like that.
That aggressive ayam. Yeah.
That aggressive IM is definitely should be a part of everyone's diet. If you're trying to lose weight, get the black chicken.
Crazy, that black chicken is crazy. You guys should see it. I mean, like, he's like literally doing like, he's licking his finger like that. You love it. Bro. I was like, hey, that looks crazy though.
I'm definitely gonna eat that once a week. It's so good. The flavor is so good. The flavor is good. I'm
not good with. I cannot handle spice.
Really?
I'm from here and I hate it. I hate it though. I wish I can handle spice.
That's crazy.
I know. My ear will feel differently when I eat spice. I was like, what happens then? So I need to see a list of my questions. That's my question. 2019, first time you were here. 2018, I think you play with Saigon.
Yeah.
You play against CLS, but I cannot say it was. You not really met with a lot of locals.
Right.
You play around foreign players too. And 2022, finally you play here.
Yeah.
One imports only on the court, one in the bench.
Yeah.
What is your first impression? First for the league, and the second for the locals.
My first impression for the league. The physicality.
All right.
The physicality was very different. I was just coming back from Vietnam.
All right.
And I remember actually my first game, at the time Coach Coco was my coach.
Yeah.
And he was looking at me like what the hell is wrong with you? Because everyone's used to me playing physical and getting and-ones and stuff like that.
Right.
But it was like where they was hitting me. A lot of stuff was like hitting me to my hip. I was getting pulled at my hip. It was like weird. I guess I was so fast that the only thing they could really was connect was maybe my hip, and they was knocking me out the air a little bit, and I couldn't finish. That first game I played, It was really hard for me to finish. I started getting my rhythm, and after a while, I was able to adjust towards the end of the game, and we won. But I just remember Coach Coco's face, like looking at me, like, "What the fuck is going on? Like, what is happening here?" And I was just like, "Chill, like, hold on, give me a second."
Yeah.
So,
because you're coming like in the middle of the season, right?
Yeah, I came in the middle of the season.
It was like in the bubble, right?
Yeah, in the bubble. Yep. And after that, I started making these practices for myself. I would do it 2 times a week, which was called like a hit day. And I would just have the coaches hit me and grab me all types of ways, like just hit me with the pad, and then grab me and then like push me out the air, and I would just make my layups different ways, and that was the way how I tried to like adjust to the physicality in Indonesia. So as far as the league go, Yeah, the physicality.
How are the locals? Because it's funny because we talked with Jamar.
Yeah.
And Jamar a little bit surprised when he was first time here that nobody's athletic enough.
Yes.
How do you say about it?
I agree 100%. That was my main thing too. Was there wasn't no like there's not a big number of Indonesian high flyers, right? And then some of the guys who are like smaller, they're not really that fast.
Yeah.
So I was kind of shocked too, because I'm thinking these guys are a little smaller than me. They may be able to keep up with me, you know, as far as like the speeds going on fast breaks and stuff like that. So I would agree. I would agree with Jamal as well that the athleticism still to this day kind of surprises me. That you know Indonesia hasn't produced a great number of like athletic players.
I really want to talk about this because like in Indonesia, we are MAINBASKET. We're still trying to push the campaign about size. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But the backlash we had is really crazy because everybody keep telling me like, no, you don't tall enough. You don't tall enough. We say we don't good enough. It's different. It's not tall. We're not good enough.
Got you.
And then I remember I was talking with Japanese coach national team. He was from States. He bring Japan into first. He got the women's team to won the silver medal in the Olympic.
Okay.
With the smallest lineup ever, and I started to talk with him, and he said, "There is advantage of being small.
Yes.
You are quick.
Yes.
But you have to be quick for 40 minutes.
Yes, I agree.
And now,
Excuse me.
Now the players, you're not gifted for the height.
Right.
How you survive all those years?
So, yeah, for me, speed kills, right? Speed kills. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And if, like for me, I would use my speed on both ends of the floor. So I would guard people 94 feet. After I make a layup, I would sit under the basket and wait for you. Because now I can use my legs and I'm gonna just turn. I'm gonna try to cause havoc. That was my main thing on the court was, I know I'm not as big as the next guy, or I can't as jump as high as the next guy, but most of the time we're on the ground, right? So you are dealing with me now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my whole career, I lived on a treadmill, speed workouts, because if I know that if I can outrun you and outwork you, I'm a win. I can lead my team to a win, you know? So I would say for Indonesia, you gotta have that same mentality and you gotta believe that speed kills. And once you believe that and you can do that for 40 minutes, it doesn't have to be just the 5 people. It could be 10 people. Maybe you got 2 bigs and the other 10 are small. 3 minutes. Give me your best for 3 minutes like this. And then sub 3 minutes like this, right? And with Coach, last year I was playing with Borneo. Yeah. Coach Mal, I would play like that for 3 minutes.
Yeah. And
then I would look at him and pull my shirt to get me out, and he would turn his head because he didn't want me to come out. So he would turn his head, and I would just keep pushing, and then he would take me out when I couldn't move no more. You know. Yeah. And now I see that in Calvin Crisler, and he does it, and Sevely, and he does it. Yeah. So. You know, you gotta get your team. You gotta get everybody to believe that speed kills, and if you could work like this for 40 minutes, you could wear any team down, no matter their height or athleticism.
Yeah, that's a great thing from player perspective. Now assistant coach, and remember that Akim said a lot of Indonesians smaller than him, but not faster than him.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. I mean, no, guys, no. Hakim is not born with this thing.
No.
Everybody keep telling me like, no, we're not gifted with height. Yeah, that's why we don't think about it. So make something happen.
Right.
We try to campaign it.
Yeah.
You got a lot of backlash about it, but we keep trying to do that because like you, Hakim, and a lot of players out there show us every day. And even LeBron just said about it. Yeah. Like Kyrie is probably like go crazy, and he don't care about height.
Right.
He jumped against like 7-footer, so why?
That's a fact.
Yeah, so as long as you good,
you
good.
you got to work with what you was given, you know.
Yes, exactly.
And then is the mentality as well. And my mentality on the court was, and it may sound a little sick or dark, I wanted to stop your lungs. I wanted your legs I wanted something in your body to stop.
Yeah.
So you could be like, I need a sub. Yeah. I want to be out, or don't give me the ball no more while he's near me.
Yeah.
So that's why I worked that hard, because part of me wanted to see you just drop. I want to outwork you that bad.
I want you to get sick of me, right? Yeah, something like that, right?
Yeah, and so when I was on the court, I literally wanted to see somebody drop, or like just drop out of exhaustion, or look at the coach and say, sub me out. Like, I wanted people to tap out. So that's why I was playing like this the whole time.
Right. And talking about that, what's your hardest competitors on your career? Probably it's okay. Your career, or probably ABL, IBL. Do you remember names?
Oh yeah, of course.
David Singleton, probably one of them.
Dave
but he's not a player.
Not a player. He's not a player.
David's crazy also. Like.
David's my man. David's a tough competitor. Great coach. And you know, he was my assistant coach. So if I start with the ABL, I would say guys like Marcus Elliott.
I
had great battles with Marcus.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah, dog, big time.
Like 40 and still dog. Yes. Like, what?
Yeah, for sure. Xavier, who played for Tangerang last year. Who he was in Singapore is very different than who he was in Tangerang.
You know? I agree with that.
But shout out to him. He was big time. And then the Philippines, everybody from Bobby Ray Parks Jr.
Bobby. Yeah.
Him. Brownlee,
of course.
Me and Brownlee had some crazy battles. And Ronaldo Balkman.
Yeah. Remember that when they won the chip, right?
Yeah,
with Jimmy Alapak out there.
Right, yeah.
Jimmy
with Jimmy as a coach,
Yeah, Jimmy went to Kings now. Wow.
Yeah.
It's a great thing.
No, great coach. Great coach.
How about IBL now?
IBL? Oh, I got quite a few. If I start with the locals, Prestawa. Oh my gosh.
Oh, really?
You know what? The thing with him is, the teams I played on were Rands. We would have Polita Jaya on the ropes, especially that year when we always knocked them off. When we was the 8th seed.
Yeah.
And he just always hit these random long threes. Fuck my life! Like, oh my god!
Like he's not even think about it, right? And then all right, I maybe shoot it, and then just
pulls it.
Yeah.
And then I remember, I could remember vividly when he shot one, and it's just like, I was like, this is good. Because when he plays, he does this a lot.
Yeah.
Like, he hit these big ass threes.
Yes.
And I remember when he released it, I just kind of looked up and I was like, that's it. And then sure enough, it goes in, and I'm like, so Prestawa is one. Shout out to him.
It's not really often though when somebody put Prestawa name on it. I mean, they always say about one of the best basketball player in Indonesia ever in the history is probably Prestawa. But when they say about hardest competitor or something like that, it's not often to hear his name to be said, because I probably he's not. I think he's more quiet guy or something like that. Or he do trash talk.
No, he don't really trash talk, but he fights. I think he fights, especially that year when we played him in the playoffs. And like I said, I just, for the guys who I battled, he hit big shots, man.
Yes.
He hit big shots. And if people don't give him the credit, at least for that, I think they're crazy.
Yeah.
Because I've seen him, even in games where I'm just watching, I just see this dude always hit a big shot,
Yeah.
Abraham.
Grahita.
Yeah, Grahita.
Right.
Him, I'll put him and Reza together at Prawita.
Yeah.
And them two pissed me off so bad. So we're in the bubble. It's my first year.
Yeah.
And we beat them. We were on a 4-game winning streak, and we beat them on our 5th game. And at that time, we had 8 rookies.
Yep.
And so we kind of shocked. And at the time, I don't know who's supposed to be who's supposed to beat who. I'm new to the league.
Yeah.
Right? So us beating them wasn't a big thing. Rands beating Prawita wasn't a big thing for me. But then I see how angry they was getting. But what used to piss me off about them before we played was that every time they beat a team, they would do this dumb dance. They would do this fucking dance. And I seen them coming up on the schedule, and I was just like, when I get my chance, they ain't gonna be dancing no more. And
you circled that date?
Yeah, I circled that date. And sure enough, when it came up, I was just like, we're gonna kick their ass today. And a couple of our guys got COVID, a couple was injured, so I was in there with like 6 rookies. Arthur, Fator, Keon, and nobody expected us to win that game. And shit, we end up winning that game. And I gave a great speech in the locker room that day about not being too high, not being too low, just stay in the middle. And then after that, it was time to play them again. And when we played them again, they probably had that date circled. So they whooped on us. And Abraham and Reza, the elevator opens and it's going up. So I walk into the elevator, and it's all of them. It's the whole team, and they just beat us. So I walk into the elevator, and just like the elevator's just quiet. And we all just like, the elevator's going up. And they get off first. And when they get off, Reza and Abraham turns around and just start laughing. And they close the door. And from then, that's when like the Rands and Parwita, we just never
get along.
Never get along. But shout out to Reza because, and Abraham as well too. He went to Japan the following year. But I seen Reza, and he gave me a big hug before one of the scrimmages. And he was like, we don't want no beef with you. We love you, like that. And I gave him a hug back, and we talked. So we always been good and close from there. And shout out to Abraham. He always been a good dude. Always showed me love. And congratulations, on the wedding. I know he just got married, so congrats, Abraham.
I remember him saying to me about you, like, in Indonesia, Hakim is gila anjing.
What's that?
It's like, Hakim is crazy, man. Crazy. He's really crazy. Like he keep like so close to me, like it's crazy.
Nah, because I got respect for him. I got respect for him. He's a big time player, man. Really big time player. Another local is Khalid. Khalid has eliminated me twice out of the playoffs. One as a 5th seed with Rams, and then one with Borneo last year. They was the number 1 seed, and he just randomly, not randomly, but he just have these games where he needs to turn up. And he turns the fuck up, like all the way up. And that game too, I was like, oh my gosh, this dude is going ballistic on us. And
I think the record for points for one game, the most points for one game is Ragil. He got like 48. I was like 2015 or 14, I don't remember. But I think the most 30 points for the whole league, I think Caleb.
Really?
Because like he did like casually.
No, his game is so
like
smooth.
Casually.
His game is so smooth, man. The mid range and still can shoot the 3. His game is so smooth, man. So big respect to him. And like I said, like I'm always grateful for Indonesia and the local players because they always show me love. Like randomly out of nowhere, he just sent me a DM, just telling me like, "Yo, thank you for showing all of us how to be a leader," and he loved my leadership and stuff like that. And that, when you go to war with someone, you don't know how they're looking at you. They just see the tenacity and stuff like that. But it was cool that he able to take a step back and be like, I like the way you lead. So respect to Khalid too. You know what I'm saying? Big time player.
How about the foreign?
Foreign? All right. So I played in both leagues, right? I played in the 1 import and the 2 import. So and
also the naturalized and heritage player.
Right. Exactly. So I had a great battle with Tyrone Criswell, TC. I thought he had a little bit of both as far as like being a great player and also having some leadership. He was trying to put Tangerang on his back that year, and he kept them alive a lot of games. And when he played against us, it was a really good battle. I loved that battle because of his athleticism and his speed. Also love battling with Anthony Bean. Anthony Bean. I enjoy that one, and we usually are talking shit back and forth, but respectfully, And after the game, we always show each other love. Solano,
of course,
that was a great matchup. Who else am I missing? I'm missing D Sutton.
All right. Dominic.
Yeah. And I remember like getting to the point where I was like doing really well, and he just told his team like, I got him, and so he switched on to me. So I respected that. I don't want to miss nobody. Like I feel like I'm missing someone. Hold on, let me think.
2022, 2023.
Brandon Francis.
Brandon, of course.
Yeah, Brandon was another great battle.
He played mind games out there.
Yeah, he played mind games. He tries to at least.
He tries
to at least. So shout out to Brandon as well. You know what I'm saying? He a big time player. I love his skill set. Just be able to do it on all three levels, in the paint, the midi, and the three. Off the dribble. So yeah, I would say those. I know I'm gonna miss someone. So whoever I miss, don't get mad at me. I love battling all y'all. Those are the names that just popped up.
Yes. And now about your brand, about your motto.
Yeah.
How before you eat.
How before you eat, baby.
Yeah, I love that. How you find it?
So it actually started in Mexico. So I got really upset. There was a coach that I played before Mexico, and I had like a 2-year deal pending. And somehow, I don't know, but he told the organization he wanted to go a different way. We never knew why. The owner questioned it, but he was just like, you're the coach, if that's what you want to do. So he went the other way. He went to go get another guard, and I was just upset about it. Because the whole thing, I'll tell you the backstory. So the whole thing was that I had time from when the season ended to July to decide whether I wanted to take the deal or not. So they wanted me to play only for them, but for 5 months.
Nice.
And I'm like, I got to play somewhere else. Like 5 months is not enough,
Yeah.
So, but I liked the deal, but I was just like, it's just too short of a time. I got to go play somewhere else and I'll come back. So they was like, well, if you can find somewhere else to play and you can play both leagues, we'll be okay with that. So I found it in Mexico. And when I found it, I sent it to them. I was like, yo, I'm going to play with you guys for the whole full season, and then I'm going to play the short season, like in the summertime, for 1 or 2 months with them. And he was just like, nah, I'm just going a different direction. So he went a different direction, and that pissed me off. So I just started, they called me the Wolf anyway already in Mexico. They called me Lobo. And I started dunking on everyone, or like on down a break, just dunking. So I put on my gram. I said, yo, if anybody contest me while I'm on a break, I'm gonna put you on my gram. Dunk on you and I'm gonna tag you. So then one day it just came up, how before you eat, because I'm speaking it out. So then a year later, getting that anger out of me, and the coach actually called me back saying that he wanted me on that team, but I declined it because I was happy with another team in Mexico I ended up signing with. I was just like, I want to change how before you eat from just talking shit to being motivational. So I was like, how is it speak to your God, the universe, about what you want? Before it comes, make sure that you work on your craft, because when the opportunity arrives, there's only one thing left to do. You eat. So that's why I live by the motto. I live by it wholeheartedly, because whatever you want in this world, you should speak it. Don't be ashamed of it. Whether you want to be an actor, a doctor, you want to lose weight, you want new love, a new job, speak it out. Just speak it. And then whatever you're speaking about, just actually start preparing yourself for it as if it's about to come, like you know it, And then when opportunity comes, whether you win or lose or you're successful or not, just put your all into it. And that's the you eat part. So how before you eat is the motto I live by, and I want everybody else to live with that motto.
It was a little bit personal for me. It's funny. There's a little bit story. It was like 2022. Yeah, just after Akeem finished the season, I think. And then it's the FIBA Asia Cup coming in. I was there. It was one of the hardest time of my life. I was put it out on gram. I say that basketball once again saved my life. I almost end up at the side of dimension out there. I said it, and Akeem just came with a lot of words in the comment section. Do you remember it? Yeah. I was like, you say like, it's okay. One of your words, like the sentence. I was like, it's okay of being vulnerable.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, really? Before that, I was like, no, man, I need to be tough. I need to be strong. I need to be no. It's not because like I'm a man, but it's because like I felt like I have to do that.
Yeah, yeah.
It was like because sometimes life being a little too tough for you, and then you started to build that thing, grow with it, and then Akim come to me. We just comment and say they pray for me, and I was like, hey man, yeah, it was touching me, man.
Yeah, I know, bro. And I meant that, bro, because like we all go through things like in our life, right? And even for me, when my mom passed away, she told me to be a soldier, you know, make sure everybody's good. So I never cried. I didn't cry at the funeral. I just kept holding it in. If I did, like I would try to like still fight it, you know, I would still fight it. And I just remember like one random day, it was on her birthday, and it was a little bit before your time, before you wrote your message. It just hit me. Like I just woke up and I just started missing that, and I just cried in the bed like a baby. I just cried. Called my brother. My brother heard me crying. He like, oh shit, I ain't hear my brother cry for years. You know? And then after that, it was just a moment for me to release that. Like when I released it, I felt like really good, you know? And I became like, it allowed me to be more in touch with myself, because the emotional part now was out, right?
Exactly.
And I'm like, all right, cool. Now that that's out of me, I feel like free.
Yeah.
You know, like I really felt free. And then I just more in touch with my emotional side. So when I wrote you that, I was just like, it's okay to be vulnerable, because I had to start opening up to more people now, just about like what I went through and how I felt during that time. And now like the emotions won't stop, like little stuff triggering me. But I'm okay with that. That doesn't make you less of a man. You know? It makes you human.
Yes,
you know?
yes, I'm agree with that.
And like a picture last year, because I know like my career is coming to an end.
Yes.
And we play against Rands, and then after the game, like maybe like a couple days after the game, a picture comes out, and it's me being guarded by David Newborn.
Yes.
But Newborn looks exactly like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like hands down, low guarding me. And I worked with Newborn for 2 years.
Yes.
You know? So like that part kind of made me teary-eyed, because it's like, damn, it's like I'm watching my little brother all grown up. He can survive by himself out here. So even with seeing that picture, it touched me a certain way, because it's like, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to show your emotions. It's okay to have feelings. It's okay to cry. A lot of us want to cry during a movie. I wanted to cry at the end of Avengers when Iron Man was dying. I was like, yo, I'm gonna hold his tears in. But it's okay, bro. You know what I mean? And that's for anybody out there that's going through something. Like, you're not the only one going through it. And if you need to cry, cry. And if you need to talk to someone, talk to someone, because that's a part of life. And the people who love you, I'd rather you be open with them than for you to keep it inside.
Yes, exactly. That's a little bit personal story about me and Akim. I mean, like, it's funny because like I'm not really talking too much with Akim at that time. I think I remember just like we're talking only basketball thing first, and then literally I have that hard time after, I think after Bali. I think we went to the Bali series. And back then I was like, shit, I feel everything. And then just there, FIBA Asia Cup, a lot of good game, a lot of great players, a lot of great talks. And I started to find, that's my rhyme, that's my rhythm. Let's go, let's find it. And then I tried to put it in word. And I think it's just like Akim said, when you need to cry. You need to talk and talk. Find someone to talk to.
Yeah, find someone.
And then just like what I did now, I'm talking with Kim.
Right.
Then finally. And something also funny, when we did a podcast with Alpha up there, we talked with Akim, and we talk about why a lot of Indonesian players, why a lot of locals probably not motivated enough to do this craft when they are already as a professional basketball player. And Akim, I remember you said that probably because like in Asia, I don't know, probably they already like destined to continue the business of family or something like that. So they don't really, you know. And how you see it now after like a couple of years in Indonesia?
So it's different now. I think now is that the game is growing, right? You guys had so many big tournaments out here, right, from FIBA and stuff like that. And I think now people are taking it more serious. A lot of the players, when I first got here, it wasn't like I told you. But now I'm looking at people IGs, people putting in extra work, things of that nature. But not this generation. The next generation is going to be so good. These kids love basketball here in Indonesia, and I'm able to, and I have the joy to like work with them, and I'm working with them, and they ask me questions all the time. Ask me how much, like, can I still do this after I work out with you, or how much I should do this, or whatever it may be, and then there's more. And the other thing I was about last year, a couple years ago, the parents. I don't think the parents supported sports as much, right? So now I see so much more support for sports from the parent side. So the more the parents are involved, the more the kids are gonna get into it, because they're gonna see, oh, it's okay. My mom and dad is cool with it. Even though we got these businesses and stuff like that, they still want me to hoop, play tennis, run track, do gymnastics. So I just, good job to the parents out there, because you guys are making a great leap and pushing your kids and being athletic. And great job to the young kids, and now the present guys who are now in the IBL, who are constantly putting in the work. Good things are gonna happen when you do it. Just keep doing it.
Remember, you guys are now a role model. Now. So
exactly.
Be good. Like everybody watching you. Like the young generation. I mean, like I started to realize it too. Like when I was like little kid, I don't think there's a lot of kids on the court. Like watching the games, and now everybody like screaming like, I know this player. I know this player. I can ask someone like 7, 8 years old, who's your favorite player, and then he said like a lot of names. Like, how you know that? Like, oh, I watched this. That's so cool. I want to know if you have the chance, if you have the power to change something to get Indonesian basketball better, what would you do?
I wouldn't. All right, so this may be off, but I would focus on women's basketball. If I can, I would focus on women's basketball. If I would say this, what I don't like right now here in Indonesia is that women's young girls' careers are being cut off at 21. As soon as they're done with college, there's nothing else to do with basketball. It's over. That's insane to me. That's insane. So there should be a women's league here. And I feel so bad at times for some of the girls who probably love the game, but after a certain age, it's over. Like, it's coming to an end. Like, I was blessed to play 18 years. I didn't know it was coming to an end. It's coming to an end when I say it is, right? For them, it's coming to an end because it's just not here. And I want to say not here yet. And I would love to help build a women's league. I got all these ideas. Like, I think of it now. I got some time. Like, so at nighttime, like sometimes I'd be like, oh, I would do it this way, and I would put it together this way, and put it over here, and do it like this. Please, someone, people who got the money, please, the money people, reach out to me. Let's build it. I can help you build this league. Let's build a league for women. Let's build a league so these young girls that are coming up can have a place to play, not just when they're in college, but when they're done with college, and they can play for 10, 12, 14 years. I got a daughter. And I think about it even more. Like, I would feel so sad if my daughter fell in love with the game and could only play till she's 20, 21 years old. I don't think it's fair.
Like when you said men's basketball, like, you don't know the road, but you will have a long journey. A long journey, but you don't know where you turn, just like that. But if the women's, there is no journey. That's short journey only. And that's a little bit interesting, because like I think like 2-3 years ago, I worried about how big of potential of women's basketball, especially in Indonesia, compared to men's basketball. Because like when you said a women's basketball, United States is here, women's basketball still here, and everybody here, and then everybody just right here.
Right.
When you talk about men's basketball, United States here, and Indonesia is like here. So everybody, so the gap is not that big. So everybody can compete against anything. I think.
Right.
Like I mean, like when also we can talk about national team. We're on Division A right now. We play against like China. We play against like Japan. I know we not win. Right. I know it's hard to win, but they compete out there. I mean, like in the men's basketball, it's not that thing. Like there is like a lot of things that we miss a lot. I mean, like against them, the gap is too big. But women's, like Akim said, there is a lot of potential women's basketball girls. A lot. I mean, like you play with you train them right now, right?
Yeah. I train quite a few girls, and so like for me, I wouldn't. In men's Indonesian basketball is going like this. Yeah. It's going up. It gets better every year. The IBL gets better every year, right? So you guys are doing a great job with that, right? That's good. Yeah. Just keep going. Yeah. Keep being innovative. But the women's basketball is concerning because I don't see anything. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So for me we just as long as I'm here, I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to keep speaking it out because I need someone to be like, all right, let's get this done. Let's figure this out, you know? And I would love to be a part of it because women's basketball is just amazing and it's growing now. Yeah. Right now, it's the golden era now for women's basketball. Yes.
One of us, our girls, Maxine, now in playing, she got first division, Division 1 NCAA offered.
Really?
Yeah, she took it.
Big time.
I don't remember, in California, I don't remember. Because like she was the champion of DBL in Jakarta.
Okay.
She went to the DBL camp.
Right.
She's the MVP. She went to the States with me in Chicago. Everybody talk about her up there because like we play in Chicago Summer Jam. Like there's a lot of scout. And then they asked her about what grade she is, and she was like, I'm 10th grade. So there's a long story to get you there. So she's back to Indonesia. I think probably like a lot of. I think she got some support, some sponsors. Yeah. So she went back to the California. Yeah, California. Yeah, in the Bay Area, I think. Okay. So she went to the high school there, and then now she will be playing NCAA basketball.
That's big time. Congrats.
Big time. Congrats on that. Yeah. So you work with Karen, right?
Yeah. I work with Karen a little bit as well too. When she's in Jakarta area, I work with her, and that's the thing, right? So let's just say, what'd you say her name was again? Maxine. So let's just say, right, Maxine goes to the university now. She plays for 4 years. Let's just say hypothetically, I'm not saying, Maxine, I hope you make it to the WNBA and I hope you play in Europe and everywhere around the world. But let's just say she doesn't, right? Yeah. Would you say Maxine is in love with the game?
Yeah.
Okay. When she comes back to Jakarta, when she comes back to Indonesia, what is she going to do?
Yeah. Exactly.
You telling me all of that talent and all of that work, it just comes to an end?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's scary.
Yes.
That's scary for a person to work that hard and not be able to do it till she's 30 or 35, you know? And Indonesia has the funds, it has the arenas, it has the fans, you know? So just please, someone just hit me up in my DM, just be like, let's talk.
Let's do it.
Let's put this together.
All right, I'm following him. MAINBASKET will be ready for that. We will support that thing.
Yes, sir.
Well, of course, we will support that thing. Last but not least, Akim, you want to say anything about your journey to close the thing out?
My journey was an amazing one. Sometimes I still have dreams of me stepping back on the court, but you know, that's just the love I have for it, you know? And I don't have any regrets. I loved everything that I've done. I loved every place that I went to, the people that I've met, the people who I'm still meeting. And you know, coaching is good too, you know? I found a new love for coaching, and I enjoy that as well, man. So I just give God all the glory for me to live the way I live and be able to play as long as I do. And now I got to coach crazy kids like Calvin Chrysler.
Calvin Chrysler just got the haircut. Like,
right.
Just got cocky out there.
So yeah, man. Like no, like I just and I want to thank Indonesia for embracing me for for how many years of me playing here and always accepting me, even though a lot of you teams didn't want me last year, but still came through at the end. But no, like I'm always grateful for Indonesia and Indonesian basketball. So no, man, I'm just grateful, man. Grateful for my career.
Is there any chance you came back to play? Just put it out there.
I would say this: if I did play, I would have the same results. I'm not being like cocky or nothing like that. It's just I know how to win, especially in the IBL.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So for me, it's always a thought because I love it that much and I miss competing. But just to be randomly, just to come out of retirement and be like, hey, I want to play. Nah, I won't be like that, you know. But if I wanted to do it, I can do it.
For any other team out there, for any other teams out there, IBL, I look up this man's career and he never missed a playoff. So if your target is to go through the playoff, you know where to call it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. I love it.
I'm selling my boy.
That's a fact.
Alright, terima kasih semuanya. Thank you, Akim. Thank you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me. It's good seeing you again, man.
Of course. So itu akhir dari perbincangan kita. Besok ini kalau ini kan kita di hari Kamis, it's Thursday. So tomorrow Borneo akan main lawan Pacific di Pacific. Jadi ini kita ambilnya di Surabaya. Hakim will be coaching, so everybody just go say hi to him, talk crazy to him because he's crazy also.
No, please don't.
Bring something spicy out there.
No,
I love the spicy food. Okay, just to say that. Once again, thank you Hakim for your time.
I appreciate you.
Wish you nothing but the best.
Same to you.
Sampai jumpa di episode selanjutnya.
That's a fact. And y'all know the rules.
How before you eat,
baby.